the audio in this room is really bad, and I'd kind of like it to be better for the video that goes up before this one. So even though that video is going up first chronologically, I do want to do the events of this video first, because this video is fixing up this room to be more soundproof, basically. So I think I'm gonna go to Target and Marshall's just for some like set things, so that there's more things in the room absorbing sound, because as it is, it's just my bed and like a desk bed. Okay, so we're starting with Marshall's. Basically, I'm just gonna look around for like a rug to dampen some of the echo that comes from the floor, to absorb some of the sound in the room. And then we are going to see about some chairs for getting a podcast set up, but that's also going to help with absorbing stuff. Okay, so Marshall's had some decent options as far as chairs go. They're a little bit too big to take in my car, and they only have 24-hour holdover, so I need to set up when I'm going to pick them up before I make that jump and purchase it. Basically, what I'm looking for, there's two things. I want a decent aesthetic for video, because it is going to be a set for on camera. And I want comfort, because it's for the podcast, so we're going to be sitting in them for an hour, sometimes two if we decide to do 2 episodes at a time. And then the third and the most important is how much it's going to absorb in terms of sound-wise, as this is mostly about soundproofing the room by adding things that absorb sound. The two options, the first one I saw is a little bit cheaper. It's very comfortable. They had a white and a brown. I only took a picture of the brown. It's not going to absorb very much sound. It was comfortable. It's not going to look great on camera. So those two things kind of knocked it off. So the price was really good, and the comfort level was good, but not perfect. The second chair I first found it in a kind of ocean green color, which was fine, but not super versatile. And then I found it in a grayish blue, which is the one I'm showing. It's about $20 more expensive, $20 more expensive, but it's much more comfortable. I think it's more aesthetic. It's not perfect, but it is more aesthetic. The other thing about it is that it has a lot more cushion, which is the part that's going to do most of the absorbing of the sound. It's more spread out. It's going to do way more sound absorption for that room than the other one. The other one's got a metal base, this one's wood, etc., etc. That's the one I think I'm going to go with. I'm going to go look at Target, because they didn't have any rugs in my price range or at the size I wanted. They had smaller than what I wanted and bigger than what I wanted. But they didn't have anything reasonable. So I'm gonna go look at Target for rugs, and while I'm there, I'll just see if they have any chairs. Probably not. Yeah, anyway, Target. All right, bought the chairs. They were a little bit more expensive than I thought, and since I was only planning on spending about $500 for this entire thing, I now only have just under $200. That's okay though. I'm probably gonna get the rest of my stuff from Amazon. They are already helping with the echo just a little bit. I still need a rug. That's my next thing. And I still need probably some sort of soundproofing foam or blanket. I'm thinking a blanket's more versatile, but if I can find a blanket that's cheap and a set of like foam for the corners that I can get together, I'll probably try to do that. And if I still have money after that, I'm probably going to just get a couple new microphones for the podcast. Probably put some stuff on the walls. That can come out of some later spending budget, not the initial budget that this is coming out of.
I bought this shelf to spruce up the wall behind the chairs so that it wouldn't just be a blank wall. But when I actually got around to putting it up, I realized I needed to see what it looked like on the screen to get the height right, because these chairs are rather low, and if I just put it where I felt it would look correct, it would have been completely out of frame or like right next to my head. So I had to go back and forth videotaping myself with the shelf to get the right height until I could finally put it on. And it turned out to be a pretty extensive process, and I ended up having to go out and buy a better screwdriver to help me get the screws into the wall, because it was just really hard to get it in, and then it was really tired after, but it looks pretty good and I'm pretty happy with it.
Bought a rug. It was a little bit more expensive than I was thinking I would do, but it's really soft. And I really like it, and it matches the chairs. So I'm gonna keep it, but it leaves only about $15 for everything else. So no new microphones, but that's okay. That was really just something I wanted because I wanted it, not because I actually needed it. And probably not gonna get foam yet. However, as you can tell, the echo is already significantly taken care of because there's no more audio bouncing between the floor and the ceiling with this rug diffusing it. It's dispersing all of the audio, the echo. So I think we're good. I'm happy. So yeah.
Okay. I've sat down to record this twice. Both times jets flew over. Now, there's a bunch of kids screaming in the courtyard. So if the audio is bad, I apologize, but I'm just going to make this. I'm editing the video now, and I realized that I never really wrapped up the video. So first things first, I did actually end up buying some cheap foam off of Wish. It's really, really low quality. It was like $12 for 4 pieces that go in the corners. I haven't noticed a difference with this foam, but I haven't mounted it properly yet. So I might do that, or I might just buy some real foam later on. But right now, it's doable in this room as long as I just equalize it in post. As far as changes since that, I put up the brand identity video. I recorded it in the living room, so all of this was for naught at the moment, although I will be using this in the future. A couple of things added since the video. I purchased a new guitar and brought my guitar from my parents' house and set them up over there behind the camera. But other than that, nothing has really changed. There are some more things I want to do to this room, things I want to add. I have a lot of plans, but this is where I'm stopping because I don't have the resources for that right now, and I need to actually use what I have before I can justify doing anything more. So for now, this is where we're going to end the studio build, but it's a work in progress, and I think I'll be living in this apartment for quite some time, and even if I move, these things will move with me. So I'm pretty happy with what I have, and I'm excited to see how it works going forward with this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching and following along, and I hope that you and I can learn together about all of the things that we love. So yeah, subscribe or don't. Another freaking plane? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.